was like, oh, I've got an air fryer, it's amazing. I was like, oh yeah, what have you cooked in it? He's like, oh, just chips, really. So that's why we're doing the bread. Hello everyone, it's Barry here. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to 2023. If you're watching this in 2024, I do apologise, but I've just finished my January break feeling super refreshed. Really loads of exciting stuff. Like channel changing stuff to look forward to. I've been looking after my physical health and I had my eyes tested. Look, I've been given, this actually looks 4K. I'm supposed to wear glasses all the time. The problem is, they look amazingly sharp, like 4K footage here, but any glasses people out there, it suddenly flares out like that. It's really weird. They said I had a rugby ball shaped eye. More importantly, the garden kitchen. The kitchen is ordered for the garden kitchen. It is nearly there, and it means I'm gonna probably be able to triple my output of content. Maybe not just videos, but lots of other things as well. There is some amazing things coming up. So anyhow, today, this is my existing air fryer. It's a little bit like a space helmet. You've seen me do different things with it. And I think maybe we were ahead of the game because it seemed that this Christmas, everyone got an air fryer, but a lot of people tend to get more of the one with, I'm just gonna call it the bucket. Like that there, see, the bucket. All right, this is my 54-pound air fryer. So whereas this has got the bucket, my space helmet thing has got the stump. I can't take that out. So it made things like where you can make cake or bread, that's what we're doing today, pretty much impossible, or it would resemble a bundt tin. And people have said, oh yeah, you can make cakes in air fryers. I've always been like, because obviously we've had this for a little while, I've been like, no, but it's just gonna churn it up, which is where the bucket version comes in. So the person that sent me this, thank you so much over Christmas. It did fascinate me. I was like, this is my first video back. It was this image of the air fryer bread, and they said it failed for them, right? So this is the image on the recipe itself that they've sent me to try, which actually does look a little bit brown, but it's fried bread. And this is the thing with the bucket, we're gonna prove the dough inside of it, and it's gonna cook in 10 minutes, like completely. Here it is. Look, there's your bucket. So this thing is removable, and I believe it gets absolutely caked in naughty stuff. So you gotta wash it quite regularly. But with air fryers, you can get silicone liners as well. So as it's our first rodeo with the bucket version, we will not use them today. We will just see if we can get this bread to work. My friend Bobbit has one who I am desperate to have in a video with me. It will happen. He's the loveliest bloke ever. And he was like, oh, I've got an air fryer, it's amazing. I was like, oh yeah, what have you cooked in it? He's like, oh, just chips, really. So that's why we're doing the bread. It always fills me with confidence when the instructions mention about how you earth the appliance. Like, make sure that it's completely wired properly. I mean, I think we're pretty good to go. You want to learn how to air fry your chips, and in big bold letters it says, this appliance must be earthed. Okay, hopefully you've done that step for us, you know? And now there's another entire page of warnings. Do not use it outdoors, okay? Do not place it near curtains. Do not carry it by the power cord. It's not a dog. Of course, we don't have to use oil at all. Air fryers, despite the word fry, there's that initial thing of being like, oh, it must have oil, it uses a lot less, but they do push around, just like my other one, hot air, a little bit like myself. But the point is, you don't have to use oil. The oil enhances that, but you can cook a lot of things in air fryers with no oil at all. The one benefit I will say to the stumpy air fryer versus the bucket one is that when you're doing said chips, the other one would spin around in the astronaut helmet, whereas this one, you take the bucket out and you gotta shaky the bucket halfway through generally. So yeah, you've got the bucket thing, and we have got, this is the grill plate, okay, and that helps the airflow between it all much easier with depending on anything that's cooked on this. Now we could actually take this bit out and make the bread dough in that, or we can sit it on here and see if the air will flow under it, which will hopefully give it a good rise. I'm gonna keep that in. It'll just mean our bread will have a little bit of a weird indent from that handle on it, but hey, I don't really go around looking at the bottom of bread. I've got a lot more important things to do with my life. In there is 60 ml of warm water, which is gonna help get our yeast going. So this is some fast action yeast. A little bit powdery right now, but give it a couple of minutes and that might look a bit more foamy. And let's have a look at that. Can you see how it's sort of gone a bit foamy and bubbly? It's activated, it's ready, so we'll get all the flour and bits and bobs in as per normal. Plain flour. We've got some butter, salt, milk, and that yeast. Now look how foamy that is. It looks a bit like frog spawn, doesn't it? I mean, we effectively could have done this in the air fryer bucket, all right? But I wanted to give myself the opportunity at least just to knead it. Nice. Oh, that is beautiful. We probably could have made the dough a bit bigger, but let's just play it safe. And just like normal bread making, we're gonna cover it. We'll give it about half an hour or so to let it prove and double in size, maybe. Alrighty, it has been 45 minutes, so I'm just gonna take this off, and it has pretty much doubled in size. But I'm really intrigued to see how this turns out. We give it an egg wash. Right, here we go. Ooh, yes. 10 minutes. Oh, it's going on. Haven't set the temperature yet. 160. It's got one of those like old school timers, can you hear it? It's like a ticking bomb. And yes, it is giving off that lovely factory new gadget scent. Right, it's at the 8-minute stage. See? Timer's still going. Look at that! Oh, wow. I mean, there is a heating element on the air fryer. So you are gonna get that little warm spot on the top, but that sounds hollow and it's a blooming good crust on it. I just want to show you, look, that is what the air fryer is. It's just that heating element with the fan. It's basically a glorified hairdryer. Yes. Look, it's done the outline of the grill rack thing. We'll let that just cool down. And I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't fill this up all the way, so I doubled the recipe size with another loaf. Ooh, we can do the sesame seeds. Oh yeah. And we'll stick that right in there. Okay, that is bigger. Egg wash again. And I've got some sesame seeds and I'll just sprinkle them on, and that should just grip. Looks like a massive hamburger bun. Let's mix it up. Poppy seeds on it as well, just to, you might be able to, I don't know if the camera's showing it too well, but it just might give it a little bit more contrast. All right, let's see what this does. One thing to say is we are not making the bread healthier in any way. It's like, oh, air fryer bread, oh, it must be healthier, much less oil. No, we're not doing the fried bread, right? It's basically more of an energy consumption. I read a really boring article over Christmas about how the energy cost to warm an oven up like one of these versus air fryer is staggeringly different. So there is that. Hopefully it's not raw though. I've got to be completely honest with you folks. Chloe is off school, right? She's poorly sick. Chloe, can you just shout down what you just said, mate?
Is it okay that I can smell bread?
Is it okay you can smell bread?
Yeah.
That is a good thing. That is a good thing.
Yay!
I can smell burning. I can actually smell burning. Oh my gosh! It was, can you see it's scarred? It was touching the heating element. Oh my gosh, I am so... There is smoke coming off of that. It started to, any longer, that would have been burnt to a smithereen. Wow, it rose so much. I think it's cooked through though. It had just about 12 minutes. You heard it ping. Ah! That's why I think we should stick with the smaller recipe. Look, you can see the heating element. There's a little dark area where the dough touched it. Once that cools down, I'll have to try and clean that off. Otherwise, it's going to stink next time I use it. And I think going by this bread, once we cut it open now, we will reuse it. 50 quid? It's a good bit of kit, that. One thing I will say is this feels very light and delicate, and as it's rested, either side, see it's got a big split down it. And there. It feels more like, you know when you bake a loaf of bread, it feels more like a roll, you know, like a bap, than a loaf. It's a lot softer, and I don't mind that. And this one's the same. It's like, it's quite light and airy. I'm a little bit worried that that one's not cooked through. Ta-da! Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Yes.
Bread.
Nice. Can smell it.
Can you really?
It smells a little bit like toast though.
Well, yeah, the other one did get burnt a minute ago. Let's just see. Ooh.
You didn't quite get that hard crust.
No. I'm saying it's like a bit more like a bread roll.
Yeah.
Should we just take a bit on the ends?
Yeah.
Oh, they're nice and cooked through. I'll give it that.
Smells good.
It does smell like bread now. Now I have it in my hands like this. That's good.
Oh, it is good. It's like a bread roll.
It literally is.
Nice.
Do you reckon all these years that's what it's been? They've just been baked in air fryers or something like that?
No.
It's not bread, is it, in that regard? I mean, it is, but it's not.
is.
You're not getting that lovely, crusty, golden.
Not when you do it in the oven.
Yeah.
No.
It'll get you by. But I don't know. Folks, you know I said I thought it was a bit heavy. I went to just go lift this off the wire rack. Mrs. B, what did you spot?
It's not cooked on the bottom. It's stuck.
Look. There's the actual dough coming out of it.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That is...
It's all raw. Oh my gosh. It's completely raw in the middle. The edge is alright. Literally the edge. Oh no, it's not.
Oh no, good. Oh.
I mean, it looks alright from the top. I couldn't have pushed it much more because it was going to literally burn and stink out the whole house.
So maybe you can only cook like small quantities of dough in there.
Yeah, you could do dough balls, definitely. Yeah, and that portion size was great. You're just going to get much more of a softer, unless you completely slather it. And there is like dough like dripping on my hand.
Oh.
Okay, so in conclusion, does it work? Yes. Was the recipe I sent the original quantities, did they work? Yes. And you can add your sesame seeds on and that. And this is just really not the prime use of an air fryer typically. Chips. But to make the most of your 4 litre thing, I mean, I maybe could have spread out a bit more so it had more time to rise and it wouldn't have hit that, but no one wants a doughy loaf. No. You'll have to just experiment with it. So small loaf is all good.
I think bake it in the oven.
Yeah, it is energy efficient, but it doesn't come out cooked.
Yeah, make you ill.
Yeah, okay, small loaf, go for it. I think you're gonna loaf it. Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. First video back of the year. Feeling a little bit rusty, actually, trying to get used to it. Some incredibly exciting plans coming up. You are not going to believe it. So just keep an eye out. Next few weeks, maybe months, it'll be fairly similar as we ended the year, and then things are going to turn up to 11. But ultimately, as I put the small bread back there, it does get my seal of approval. Make it small. That's the recipe type up I'll do on my website. Check it out. Hope you're well, and I'll see you soon. Ciao for now. Look, I can put my hand in there. Look, I can pull out all of that dough. Oh, it's like it hasn't even been cooked. Look, that is literally how it went in. Ugh.